Coming up.
Not a great story to be telling, though. What happened?
Well, we don't exactly know what happened.
Thousands of dead birds are falling from the sky worldwide. Dead fishes by the millions are washed up in the shore. What is truly happening with the dead whales in Tasmania? Are these signs of the apocalypse? Is God blowing the final trumpet of Revelation now? Welcome, dear friends, to Truth in Bible Prophecy. Kindly like and share this video to all. This is the prophetic alert that we should know. Revelation 8 verse 9. A third of the living creatures in the sea died, and a third of the ships were destroyed. Japan. APnews.com says, thousands of tons of dead sardines, fishes, wash ashore in northern Japan. December 8, 2023. Thousands of tons of dead sardines have washed up on the beach in the northern Japan. For unknown reasons, officials said, creating a silver blanket along a stretch of beach about a kilometer, 0.6 mile long. Local residents said they have never seen anything like it. Some gathered the fish to sell or eat, but the town, in a notice posted on its website, urged residents not to consume, not to eat the fish. They suspected that something supernatural is happening here. Exodus 7 verse 21, the fish in the Nile died, and the river became foul-smelling. Will history repeat itself? And is this the sign of an impending apocalypse? China. November 16, 2023, The Sun.co.uk reports, flocky horror, eerie moment, hundreds of birds drop dead from the sky after swarming over cities in chilling sign of the apocalypse. An eerie moment caught on camera shows a swarm of swallows suddenly dropping dead after circling skies in China. Hundreds of the birds are seen flying erratically above the roofs of buildings before plummeting to the ground in scenes likened to the apocalypse. A swarm of swallows flew erratically above the building tops. See the image. Was captured by a resident in Libin in China's southern Guangxi region. Shocked observers and countless swallows flew around in circles before they suddenly began dropping from the sky. Some reports suggested the swallows, the birds, which fly south to warmer climates in winter, could have frozen to death in sub-zero temperatures. But that does not explain why so many birds apparently died at the same time. In Chinese culture, dead birds are a sign of hopelessness and ill fortune. In Christianity, birds falling from the sky are seen as God's wrath, an imminent divine judgment and punishment. Many different cultures also associated birds flying in circles with an impending doom, just like the vultures. They connect this bizarre behavior with a bad omen of death or disaster awaiting. The Sun.co.uk reports, just like what happens in Spain, bird plague, mystery, as hundreds of birds found dead on pavements after falling from the sky like rain, leaving locals baffled. Luke 17 verse 37, Jesus said, all this will happen at the time when judgment is ripe. And they answered and said to him, where, Lord? So he said to them, wherever the body is, there the vultures will be gathered. Tasmania, November 29, 2023. More than 30 dead pilots' whales have been found on Tasmania's east coast. Numbers have skyrocketed on report on mass animals death this 2023 in different parts of the world. Are we finally witnessing the fulfillment of the prophecy of Hosea 4 verse 3? It says, "Therefore the land mourns, and all who dwell in it languish, and also the beasts of the field and the birds of the heavens, and even the fish of the sea are taken away." Revelation 8 verse 9, "A third of the living creatures in the sea died, and a third of the ships were destroyed." Revelation 8 talks about the blowing of the trumpets. Is God about to blow the seventh trumpet of Revelation? Are these signs of the apocalypse? How can we prepare for the seventh trumpet? The second trumpet, 300 AD to 476 AD. Then the second angel sounded, and something like a great mountain burning with fire was thrown into the sea, and a third of the sea became blood, and a third of the living creatures in the sea died, and a third of the ships were destroyed. Jeremiah's prophecy provides the key to unlocking the symbolism of the second trumpet. This scene alludes to the prophecy of Jeremiah that refers to Babylon as a destroying mountain. In John's day, Babylon symbolically represented the Roman Empire. The Christians during John's time, who viewed Rome as the new Babylon, could easily identify the symbolic burning mountain of the second trumpet as a prophecy of the Roman Empire's downfall. The third trumpet, 313 to 538 AD. Revelation 8 verse 10, "Then the third angel sounded, and a great star fell from heaven burning like a torch. The name of the star is wormwood, and many men died from the water because it was made bitter." The fact that this star is characterized as great shows a particular angel of an exalted rank is referenced here. That points to Isaiah 14, 12 to 15, which depicts Satan as the star of the morning. Fallen from heaven, the star is named wormwood, after an herb notorious for its bitter and poisonous quality. Paul warned early Christians of the approaching apostasy, where false teachers will pervert the gospel and introduce false teachings into the church. Acts 20 verse 26, "Savage wolf will come in among you, and we will not spare the flock," Paul says. He also predicted a great apostasy that will invade the church. 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 1 to 12, "The man of sin, the Antichrist." The fourth trumpet, 538 AD to 1798. "Then the fourth angel sounded, and a third of the sun was struck, a third of the moon, and a third of the stars, so that a third of them were darkened. A third of the day did not shine, and likewise the night." Darkness is a symbol of judgment against apostasy. Micah 3 verse 6, "Light in the New Testament stands for the gospel. Jesus is the light of the world, the true light. Those who believe in him will not walk in darkness." John 8 verse 12, "Darkness is thus the absence of the gospel." The fall of Rome led to the rise of the papacy. The barbarian invasion brought chaos and disorder to the empire in such a way that the people sought someone who could bring about order. They found this one in the Bishop of Rome. The fifth trumpet, 1789 to 1798. "And the fifth angel sounded his trumpet, and I saw a star falling from heaven, and the key of the pit of the abyss was given to him. And he opened the pit of the abyss, and smoke came up from the abyss like smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air became darkened by the smoke of the abyss, and locusts came out of the smoke of the earth, and power was given to them, as scorpions of the earth have power. At the sound of the fifth trumpet, a star falls to the earth. This is the same star found in the third trumpet that poisoned the streams and springs of water." Later in the text, he is identified as the angel of the abyss and the leader of the demonic army. In Hebrew, his name is Abaddon, which means destruction. In Greek, it is Apollyon, meaning destroyer. Their weapons are their scorpion-like tails, which they use to afflict people. Revelation 9 verse 10. In the Bible, the tail is a symbol of deception, which Satan uses to turn people away from God and toward himself. Isaiah refers to false prophets deceiving people with their false teachings in terms of the tail. Isaiah 9 verse 14 to 15. The fifth trumpet describes the spiritual condition of the world. God-centered theology was replaced by atheistic philosophy. The period of the fifth trumpet, the first woe, is amplified in Revelation 11:2 to 12. At the time, atheistic France, the French Revolution. The sixth trumpet, 1844 to close of probation. The sixth trumpet is a vivid description of the gathering or mustering of the wicked by Satan's three symbolic angels for the final battle against God's remnant. Revelation 16 verse 13. This final gathering, which began in 1844, based on the prophecy of Daniel in Daniel 8 verse 14. Unto 2,300 days shall the sanctuary be cleansed, will intensify until the close of probation. Immediately before the close of probation, when the seventh angel is about to blow his trumpet, Satan will bring about a great counterfeit Pentecostal revival. Revelation 13 verse 13. He performs great signs, so that he even makes fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Would you like to prepare your life, your family, for the second coming of Christ? As God blows the seven trumpets, He meets with His bride here on earth. Kindly type in the comment section, my priority is Jesus. Thank you, dear friends. May you share this timely message to all, and may we proclaim truth in Bible prophecy.